everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Regrets, he has a few. Tucker Carlson apologizing to one of his longtime punching bags, Hunter Biden.
I advocated for all kinds of things that I now regret advocating for.
Particularly the things that you said about me.
Is a deep regret. No, I do actually. I mean, I regret in the sense that as someone who has dealt with addiction, not quite as in exciting ways you did, but I've been there for sure. Extend grace to people who were out of their minds. Like you would think I would do that. I should have done that more. So I do regret that.
Turns out the two rivals can find common ground in having the same enemy.
The one existential threat that I think that we face as a country is Donald Trump.
We've had a lot of bad leaders, actually, or mediocre leaders. I don't know. We've had a flamboyantly corrupt leader like this. We haven't ever.
Okay, group chat is back. I won't run through them all, but I'll run through some of them. Macro dosing with PFT, armchair expert Dak Shepard. This is Gavin Newsom, the Tucker Carlson Show, America First, Candace Owens. I think you can get Hunter Biden at your bar mitzvah at this point. The man is everywhere.
I wonder what the end game is. I mean, look, I don't fault him for it. He had such a horrible reputation, and he was picked on for years, rightly or wrong.
But Americans love a comeback. We love a person who comes back.
Yeah, I just wonder what.
Yeah. What is the point?
No.
Yeah, I watched Hunter Biden's interview on Nick Fuentes. That was probably one of the best interviews that I've seen. Tucker Carlson just doesn't seem that great of a guy, but I like the one with Nick Fuentes because Nick gives a lot of pushback, and he, even though he doesn't like Trump at all, he still has his same principles that he stands on, and he called. I mean, it was a great interview. So I don't know if it's still up. You gotta either pay for Nick Fuentes. Like once it passed 7 days, you gotta pay for it. But at the end of the day, it was still a good interview. Hunter Biden. I mean, I don't know. I guess I wish I could get Shake Crack and make $20 million on a deal too. I mean, who wouldn't? You know, if crack was the thing to do, and they said, hey, you can do some crack, and I give you this $20 million bill if you just come work for us and stay out the way, I would have did it. I'd be smoking rocks every day. And he was doing lines off the toilet seat. Like he was getting grimy with it. Like, yeah, he was definitely doing some lines off the nipples.
Oh, I think there is a point. I just don't know what his is. Does he want to run for office sometime? Maybe? I don't know.
I thought it was about challenging some of these people in their own environment, right? Like he was with Nick Fuentes at one point, and I think he thinks he's injecting into a particular vein of politics, like the words and thoughts from Democrats and from Biden era politics.
You're absolutely right. And then speaking in a very unfiltered way, which people have an appetite for.
Which is the whole thing, yeah.
Why he's making so many rounds as well. Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
You tick off the boxes. Each of these he's made news with each of these appearances because, again, he's speaking in a more unfiltered way.
Or even just being there. If you think about how much hand-wringing there was over where Kamala Harris appeared in terms of whether she'd do Joe Rogan and all this stuff, there's always this idea that Democrats are too cautious. And he's very much being like, look at me dancing through multiple lion's dens.
I think he's challenging a system in a way that Democrats traditionally have not been able to do and get away with it. I said earlier, our homework is not graded the same. I still believe that. But Hunter Biden's father is no longer in office, so he can say what the hell he wants, and it's okay. Plus, there's no one out there, I think, defending his father and his father's legacy for people continuing to beat up on his father.
It would be crazy, but it wouldn't be far-fetched if Hunter Biden somehow ran for office, being just because who his father was. I mean, we got a rapist pedophile in office, so seeing a crackhead in office, that'd just be like that'd be like the one up. You know what I mean?
A son, my late father, if that happened to me, I would be out there on the front line defending my
Which
dad.
he has said multiple times, right? But he's just dropping F-bombs left and right. I think he's really using the kind of language people were jokingly calling like dark woke, like the idea that it's going to be more pugilistic than before.
And the shows he's going on loves it because they're getting more viewers. They're getting different viewers.
Yeah, it's a good booking, so to speak.
It's
Yes.
not tradition. I also think politics is a contact sport, but it sometimes can be a sport of convenience. Tucker Carlson and Hunter Biden is a convenient opportunity for both of them to up their numbers.
What's the opportunity for Tucker? What's going on with his tour of whatever this is?
Well, for Tucker, he just released a 10-point plan that he has. There was a picture with Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massey, and others. He's been flirting without necessarily saying he's going to create a third party, a third lane as
ahead
well.
of the 2028 election?
I know, but I thought
Like
the implication was
think?
that he wouldn't run
Oh, something outside of MAGA, like the same blueprint, but just another one.
if it was J.D. Vance, that somehow if it was Marco Rubio, where he can complain about military intervention and things like that, he might run, but with J.D. Vance, not so much. Okay, yeah, it was in Politico they were saying this.
Yeah, I think that this third party thing's, listen, I'm all for it. I think the machines can, but I just think it's very difficult.
It is very difficult. Do you remember Ross Perot?
Well, Ross Perot, but also, what was last cycle?
Jill Stein.
No labels.
No labels.
Jill Stein.
And the irony, of course,
Jill
is in
Stein.
it. The podcast yesterday, Tucker said that he felt humiliated because he overstated his influence and impact in being unsuccessful in convincing Trump not to wage the war with Iran.
What? I feel like that's kind of BS. Like, isn't that a way of just admitting you were ignored, but trying to spin it into distance?
And just failed, right? Which feeds into the White House narrative that this is just a lot of sour grapes as well.
Well, Hunter Biden says former President Biden's cancer is getting worse.
Speaking of past President Biden's cancer, I believe that's why he jumped out the race and handed the reins over to Kamala Harris. I said it wasn't a good deal. I said that was stupid. Kamala didn't have the time to get to the meat and potatoes. Now, do I think she would have beat Donald Trump? Probably not. But coming in at that point in time, she had no chance. But anyway, send some prayers up to Joe Biden for his cancer getting worse. But let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section.